You okay?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah. Manuel, can I start with some injury news, please?
Yes, about the injuries, we had the same players that didn't were in the list in the last game, because all of them has a long injury, and from the last list we have Creswell with a hamstring problem. That's why he couldn't continue in the game, and we must see Balbuena had a hard kick also in his leg. Those are the two players that can have some problems.
Do you think Cresswell has any chance of being involved? That would be quite quick to recover from it.
We'll see him tomorrow to take the last decision, but can be difficult.
What did you say to your players in between the Manchester City game and the Newcastle game? Because nobody really saw that performance and result coming. There was such a difference in the performance. You know, what happens? It can't all be just about the opposition.
Well, I said that after Manchester City, that of course is a top team that doesn't allow you to make mistakes. We concede 2 easy goals. You cannot concede those goals against those big teams. Maybe if you review against Newcastle, they have 2 options. One, both of them from set pieces, 2 hits on the first half of on the first 45 minutes. In the second half, they didn't create real clear chances, and their goalkeeper saved 3 goals, and we scored 3 goals. We create same amount, a little bit more amounts that against City, but against City we didn't score.
You're facing a team close to the bottom of the table, and it's the start of a run of fixtures. I think after Cardiff it's Palace, Fulham, Watford, Southampton, Burnley, Brighton. How much of an opportunity is that for you to make inroads into the top 10 and possibly be where you believe you deserve to be in the table?
Well, I think that if we have our mind focused in Cardiff, maybe it will be an important advance to win 3 more points. I think is what we must do here at home. We need, and after we finish that game, we think in the next rival. I think that one of the most important mistakes that you can do is to think that because our teams that are near from you in a bad position at the table will be an easy game. I think that the best games that we play here was against Chelsea and Manchester United. So I hope that we have conscience tomorrow about that, and we give maximum of our pace and our quality to add 3 points more, and after that to think in the next rival.
Felipe Anderson was described by one analyst on TV over the weekend as the best player in the Premier League at the moment. I mean, it's lofty praise, but I mean, would you go as far as agreeing with that right now?
I think that Felipe is improving his performance. He's knowing better what is the Premier League, what he can do, what he must not do. He played a very good game, and I think that we are just in the first part of the season to decide which is the best player. I think that he must be clear that he's improving in every game, and that is very important for us.
And Robert Snodgrass, he looks a completely different player in recent games compared to last season. Obviously he was on loan. It was thought that he would go on loan at the start of the season. Did you actually have to sit down and have a talk with him?
Well, I spoke with him at the beginning of the season. I knew him from my 3 years that I was in Manchester City. I played against him when he was in Norwich. I always find him a good player. But just will depend on what he wants. If he had a spot here in our squad for this season. There were very few words that I spoke with him at the beginning of the season. I gave him some demands about his weight, about his work, and I think that he's a very professional player, and he is doing it very well because he had desire to be here.
Just looking ahead to Cardiff, have you met Neil Warnock before, their manager, and could you see yourself managing beyond the age of 70? I appreciate that's only 5 years away, Manuel.
Yes, I know him. I think that's a manager that has 70 years, but he has worked in a lot of years in a row. He's one of the most important managers here. I respect him a lot. I knew him before, and I hope that I will have the chance to continue not only to 70, more also.
What did you make of Jurgen Klopp's celebration yesterday? Was that, you're somebody who tends to be quite reserved in the technical area. What did you make of it, not only from a spectacle point of view, but also from the position of an opposing manager?
No, I think that it's not my duty to talk or to criticize or to praises about the attitude of another manager. Everyone has his character. Everyone celebrating the way he thinks is better. So I think that it's the media that must decide those things.
Just finally for me, what's your reaction to the sacking of Mark Hughes from Southampton this morning? It's only been, I think, and the second manager to lose his job in the Premier League this season.
Well, really, I just read the news, so I was not surprised because we know as a manager that we depends on the results. I think that Mark Hughes make a good duty there, especially when he arrived that Southampton was in a bad position last season. But as a manager, we know that every Sunday you have a test, and unfortunately for him, they decide not to continue.
Thank you. Cameras off.
One more thing.
Oh, sorry.
Manuel, UEFA have announced a new competition, Europa League 2. They said it's going to be at a lower level than the Europa League, or for clubs that aren't quite the Europa League level. What do you think of that, and is that an opportunity for clubs like West Ham to experience more European football?
Well, that is a competition that I remember when I just arrived to Spain around 2004. There was a competition called the Intertoto Cup, from the same thing, for another amount of teams that couldn't qualify directly to the Europe League or to the UEFA Cup. They played at Intertoto and they do it. So I think that they return to an old idea that for me always is a good idea for other teams.
You're not worried about the potential knock-on effect in terms of fixtures? There's lots of debate about playing Thursday and Sunday in Europa League, having more European fixtures.
Well, but more clubs will be involved. I am more aware about the qualifying for that cup because there may be. I remember the thought that you had started the season before the other team, so you can play the Europe League. So I don't know exactly the rules, but it's an option for another place to play in Europe. It was a good competition that we won with Villarreal. I remember the final against Atletico Madrid.
Thank you. Cameras off. Policy.
West Ham won the Intertoto.